Hello everybody, Kingdom Rush level 4 here on veteran mode indeed, and here are my upgrades really fast. What we have is this Hellfire upgrade and also 2 of the Archer Tower upgrades. So my next two levels that I get 3 stars on are both going to be these meteor showers. So they're going to be so helpful by the time I get to level like 6 and 7. Anyways, we're going to go to the hero room really fast. I use Ulrich, you could use the other, few guys if you want, or if you want to, you can even buy some of these guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with Ulrich. He's one of my favorites. He's nice and easy to work with. And we're going to actually reset these upgrades. I want to train this thing, the Sand Warriors. That's definitely my favorite upgrade because it's nice for stalling. Definitely get those first. Ulrich is definitely a good staller guy. So here we go, Dunes of Despair. I know it's taken a while to actually even get started here, but hopefully you guys are learning a little bit along the way. Or if you just need a quick walkthrough, go ahead and skip that nonsense. So what's coming out? We got Sandhounds, Dune Raiders, Desert Thugs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and then just Desert Thugs coming from over there. So what I want to do is, because there's some guys that are kind of strong versus magic, I'm actually going to build a magic tower for now. Also, what I want to do is get one of these guys a militia tower. So I want to get one guy to block, and then the rest of my guys are right around here are all going to be archer towers. These 3 guys are all going to be archer towers, and then I'm going to upgrade each one of these at least once. And I think that's enough to start right now. Also, move Ulrich down here just really fast. Move Ulrich down there. He's going to be another major stalling tower technique guy thingamabob. And it's really going to be really nice because we have 3 Sand Warriors coming out of Ulrich. So he's basically like another one of these militia towers. So, obviously very, very helpful. What we can do is just right away send out the next freaking wave. We're just going to rain of fire these guys right here, this big group, and send out the next wave. Not that rain of fire is unbelievable or anything like that, but it's going to help us get, it's going to help us get just a little bit more money, going to upgrade some more stuff, and we'll do even more damage a little bit faster. So definitely nice. And now we have a lot of guys coming out. We have a lot of wolves and stuff. So instead of just building all of these guys, I have to build another stalling tower in the back here. One of these militia towers, we're going to move all these guys actually over to the top to keep any wolves or anything from actually getting through. Like I said, there's a lot of guys coming out right now, and that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Ulrich's going to have to deal with them. He's going to have to stall them all, and my archer towers are going to be able to kill them all, but it's going to take a little while. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of wait on the next wave for a little while. I didn't send them out right away like I might normally do. It's okay. It's okay. We can wait it out. And now what I want to do is get even more upgrades for my archer towers. Eventually, I'd like to get a crossbow fort. Definitely want to get a crossbow fort as soon as possible is nice, but I might have to wait a little while. I might have to get a couple upgrades first. Anyways, there's quite a few of these Dune Raider guys coming out, which is not good for me because you know what I don't really have? I don't have that much magic yet. I just have a lot of archer towers. The good news is that what I can do is I can just wait until a lot of these guys get built up. Also, holy crap, you know what we need to do? Oh man, that was a little bit slow on my part. What you want to do is you want to try and dodge that little sandworm guy as much as possible. So we got a crossbow fort, yes! I'm definitely happy about that crossbow fort. I want to send out the next wave as soon as possible. Dune Terrors, though, now. So now these Dune Terror guys are kind of difficult to deal with. What happens is the Dune Terrors are always underground until you pop them up with some sort of militiaman. So, oopsie doodles. I want to zoom out there. So the Sand Warriors for Ulrich are definitely going to help out a lot versus that. Also, these reinforcements as well, they're going to help out. So that's why I built this extra militia tower, to help stall guys right there, especially these Dune Terrors and stuff. Now, the good thing about the Dune Terrors is they kind of suck. You can kill them really easily as soon as you pop them out of the ground. So that's the good news. Bad news is that if you ever have a lot of guys coming out that are really strong, they can kill all of your militia really, really fast. And then guess what you can't do? You can't have anything to pop them out of the ground with. So that's usually the problem with them. But, on these early levels, 4 and 5, it's usually not that big of a problem. Anyways, what we have coming out now is already Immortals. Immortals are already coming out. So we have to block these guys as much as possible. Ulrich's going to have to do a lot of damage to them. What I want to do is use my reinforcements on those Immortals as much as possible. Hopefully stall them enough where I can get them all in a big giant group and then rain of fire them all. At least that's the plan. Not sure if that's going to go exactly according to plan, but I'd really like that to happen. The good thing about the crossbow fort is the crossbow fort actually does quite a bit of damage to the Immortals. So that's the good news. And it is rain of fire time. I just rain of fire the crap out of all of those guys. Fantastic. I'm going to block this guy on the rain of fire. And we can send out the next wave. These are giant wasps, which are not that hard to kill overall. Also, I just let that little sand guy actually just kill everything again. Kind of sad. I need to move my guys around a little bit more. I've been having a really bad micro. For whatever reason, when I play by myself without commentating, I can do a lot better than when I do commentate. I don't really understand why. Maybe it's just because it's, you know, an extra thing that I have to do. You might think talking just comes completely naturally, but if you ever try and talk while you're doing something, it's actually a lot more difficult than you might think. So, next wave time already, and let's check out these new waves really fast. These are the Dune Terrors, like I said, they're fast and vulnerable while burrowed, and the only way to get them out is with those guys. These are the Giant Wasps, which are just flying in their average speed. I think they're one of the first flying enemies in the entire game. And then here's Desert Archers. They have a ranged attack and low magic resistance. Overall, the magic resistance is not a big deal. It's really just the attack. What you have to do is you have to move your guys around a little bit to kind of dodge the archers or to move them into the archers. Actually, moving them into the archers will actually help you out more than you might think. What you can do is you can move them right into the archers, and that'll actually do a little bit of damage instead of them just range attacking everybody and killing them very slow, and then killing all your guys slowly and then just running through everything. So what we can do is just build more reinforcements and stuff. You know, build your reinforcements on the shadow archers. And there's a lot of guys coming out, so I'm going to wait a little while. I am indeed going to wait a little while. As far as rain of fires go, you know what, we can just rain of fire. Let's just rain of fire this big group of guys and then send out the next wave. Next wave time, guys. That killed pretty much everybody. Also, my crossbow forts are also doing some extra damage. So, oh man, reinforcements. I have some extra reinforcements that I wasn't ready to be clicked. As far as mage towers go, it's kind of tough to deal with the mage towers on this level, and you want to know why? Because these shadow archers do have some magic resistance, but you really need the magic for more of these immortal guys. You definitely are going to need some extra mage towers. In fact, what I like to do is kind of like to get like maybe just 3 low-level mage towers in the bottom here, and they tend to shoot the immortals a little bit more because the immortals are really slow. All you have to do is block them just a tiny bit, and you can do some extra damage to them. Also, what I do is I have this 3rd tier magic tower, which is done. It just does amazing amounts of damage for me. Very helpful. These guys, I'm actually just going to block. I'm going to move these guys over here. Because if they make any guys, I just want them to have to deal with the wolves instead of all these shadow archers. If Ulrich ever starts getting shot by the shadow archers, all you have to do is really fast just move Ulrich back just a little bit. Ulrich is not your main attack tower, he's your main stopping power. He's like a big giant wall of death. Anyways, rain of fire time. I'll just rain of fire these immortals and send out the next wave. You're noticing I get my rain of fire pretty much back almost all of the way every single time I send out the next wave. So you can send out that next wave early, and it just helps out a bunch. As far as crossbow forts go, I think it's time, guys. Let's get another crossbow fort. What you want to do is you want to go heavy damage towers. You don't want to get too many upgrades for your towers just yet. I like to get a lot of 4th tier towers and then not really upgrade those guys too much. So we're on wave 14 already. Fantastic. Wave 14, and well, that's not what I meant at all. We're on wave 9 out of 14. And 14 waves already. That's kind of a lot for level 4, right? I mean, think about it. It's just a ridiculous amount of waves when the entire rest of the game is only up until wave 15. Oh, man, look what I did. I didn't even look at the screen. I should have been noticing that guy was about to eat all of my little guys. Anyways, I'm going to start upgrading this archer tower a little bit. Now, what you're noticing is these mercenaries over here. Are the mercenaries good? Not in my opinion. I don't think you should get the mercenaries on this level. What you have to do is you have to use them on the heroic and iron challenges a little bit. But on this level, meh, not really too helpful at all. So, wave 10. Oh my goodness. What I can do is I can start upgrading some of these magic towers just a little bit. They're not going to help out that much versus the shadow warriors. They're more for late game. Versus all the immortals and the stronger Dune warriors and stuff like that will eventually come out. So we're planning more for late game than for right now type of action. But what I do have is you do actually get some stronger mage towers, and they can kill a lot of those shadow archers fairly easily. What you're noticing is these Dune Terrors are almost getting through. Luckily enough, I do have these guys right here, which will move up and pop those Dune warriors out, so my crossbow forts can easily destroy them. That's the good news. Bad news is nothing. Absolutely nothing. We're doing fantastic. Actually, I found some bad news. Scorpions. Holy crap, scorpions. That's definitely bad news for us. Because guess what? I went probably a little bit too many archer towers over here. I went 2 archer towers on the right side. I probably should have went a little bit more magic because guess what? There's really nothing that's good versus magic that comes over on the right side. And what you want to do is, actually scorpions really aren't that bad, to be completely honest with you. The magic does a lot of damage to them. They're really not that strong, and what you can do is if you need to, you can just rain of fire them. The only real problem with the scorpions is that they can kill my guys, and then when they kill my guys, the Dune warriors can just, these what are they called? The Dune Terrors can just run right through my defense. But luckily enough, we have Ulrich, and Ulrich is going to do solid everything. Anyways, we got all my crossbow forts and everything over here. What I can do is just, you know what I can do? I can just use my reinforcements right here, block these scorpions, and then rain of fire all 3 of them in a giant bundle, do lots of damage to those. Now I'm not going to have to worry about them at all. Use my reinforcements and any Dune Terrors that actually start to get through, but I still have these 2 guys, this upgrade right over here, which I'm not going to get, but I have these few guys over here, and look at that, all the scorpions did end up dying because of Ulrich's sweet action. Sadly enough, I cannot send out, I cannot build any really strong mage towers like that I'd like to, but what we can do is we can just get some of these guys lowly upgraded. Archmages are pretty darn good, but I definitely think the Necromancer tower is just a little bit better. So let's check out the Scorpion really fast, just in case you guys wanted to know. Heavy armor, they're good versus arrows, good versus artillery. You have to use magic towers against them, and they're not crazy unbelievable or anything like that because they move so freaking slow. They move so slow, but they do have, you know, if you're going heavy crossbow fort action, it's really not going to help you out because these Scorpions are eventually just going to run right through. They're just going to tank everything. I hate tankers. And I say tanking a lot, I say run right through a lot, I understand that, but that's really what's happening here. They run right through and they're tanking. So, what happens is, we're going to kill all these immortals. I got one kind of heavy mage tower in the bottom here. Pretty much I have like 5 solid mage towers all over here. Anyways, the worm just ate all my guys again. I should do my microwaves a little bit better. Too bad I'm sucking. And, you know what, we're actually have a really solid defense right now. If I just get another mage tower up here, I'll feel really good about myself. That's for any random scorpions that might magically get through. Not that I think that's going to happen, but just in case. Just in case. And we're already on wave 12, and guess what? It's just silly flying, guys. So what I want to do is I actually just want to block these scorpions right here for 1 second. I will use my reinforcements on those guys. Use my rain of fire, and then send out the next wave. I'll get my rain of fire back reasonably soon, but I won't even need it on this level. I really won't. So now what's coming out is things that are good versus mages. So I needed to go a little bit of archer towers over here. Luckily, I did. I did go a couple archer towers over there, which is definitely a nice thing. So, I don't know, there's not too much intense things going on right now. What I want to do is probably just upgrade my blocker towers just a little bit. So there's a lot of these wolves coming through, and they're actually kind of strong. If you can block guys long enough, my crossbow forts and my magic towers will actually kill them enough. Anyway, I think that was just a bunch of bees, little bumblebees coming out from the top of there, and the last wave is coming out. Not too worried. We're doing fantastic so far. No guys have even gotten past Ulrich yet, really. There's been a couple Dune Terrors that have gotten through, but Dune Terrors, they're always going to get through. They're always getting really close to your last little bit of defense over there. And what I can do is I can just upgrade my mage towers just a little bit more. The only thing that I'm really worried about is those immortals. The immortals can kind of tank damage as well, because I have so much freaking magic, I will be able to kill them. So hopefully you guys are kind of liking my Kingdom Rush walkthrough so far. Veteran mode has not been that hard overall yet. Hopefully by the time we get to level 14 and 15, I'll actually have a little bit more problems with these. And what I can do is I'm going to stall these scorpions just a little bit more and then use a rain of fire on them. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy, we will use my rain of fire right about now. And that will kill, hopefully, quite a bit of scorpions. I know I killed at least one. Hopefully they'll run through the residual rain of fire and get... Nope, I didn't get to stop them in time. I did stop them in time, that's okay. Anyways, where's that worm coming out? Hacha! Dodge them a little bit. And, can I get... Okay, I can't get anything but the Assassin's upgrade. The Assassin's upgrade is really not a good upgrade at all. I don't recommend it. Unless you're trying to get some extra monies. If you're trying to get some extra monies, they can help out just a little bit. Other than that, not really. So that's really all I got for today's episode or video or whatever you guys want to call it. If you liked it, please press like. I definitely appreciate that. If you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do that. We're going to have some more awesome Kingdom Rush action coming up, so stay tuned and have a great day.